All right, 1080p footage that I shot yesterday using a save file that hadn't been touched in 2 years.
Hell yeah.
Saw it too, right?
Because the everything that we did for the first couple episodes that I reshot, I just made a new save file.
It isn't the new market.
But yeah, not necessary at all. But if you want to mess up your perfect 400, you can go back out. There are still monsters spawning in, even at nighttime. It'll let you come back out here because this is where you landed with Biggs, and there's totally different lighting out here now. There's lamps on, casting that sickly green Midgar glow.
Easy.
Getting into the Christmas spirit. So, you know, it's, if you want to come back out here, you can. I just wanted to show it off because I'm being very thorough with this playthrough. You may have picked up on that by this point.
Oh yeah, grinding out materia. I remember just putting on the thing that gives you a little bit of ATB gauge and just the engagement starts. I hotkey the // and then it's over. And you just do that mindlessly.
So it's funny that you should mention the first strike materia because while this Gorger is going to get a first strike on me and just kind of hold me here because I have no partner to help me out, that is the danger with coming here on your own, Cloud. Is you just can't deal with that Gorger. While in the previous life, the last episode we talked to Chadley, he didn't have anything for us. Mm-hmm. When I replayed the whole side mission with Jesse and the gang, I got a couple of additional staggers on enemy types that I didn't. Oh. So I actually cleared one of Chadley's little missions for us. So he has a new materia for us to purchase, and it's the first strike materia.
Awesome.
I talked to him instinctually, assuming I would have the same results as I did on my save file from 2 years ago, but I had played slightly differently. So he said, Cloud, you've done an excellent work helping me with my research. Your cardiovascular health is excellent. Would you like a shiny new bauble? It will only cost you 5,000 gil. But I didn't film that part, so.
What a shame.
He didn't say all those things, by the way. He just said the first part. Those people were talking about they thought they saw somebody. They saw us coming down on parachutes earlier. They said they saw something flying.
It was a UFO.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, first strike materia, small ATB increase at the start of battle. You just start with a little bit of ATB. The second a battle starts up. You level that up, you can start with basically a whole bar already filled.
And it is phenomenal. It is not, I guess it's like if you're going into high-end content, it's not necessary, but boy is it good for grinding.
Yeah, with only 11,000 bucks, those things cost 5,000, so I only got the one for now. It is not as useful on boss fights because, you know, it only helps you for the first 20 seconds of the boss fight, but on standard encounters, I pretty much always put it on Cloud because he's the one carrying the assess materia.
Yep.
So I can just cast assess on everybody when the battle begins, and I got that out of the way, and the battle can proceed as normal.
406.
I messed up the number.
Having to rub it in our face too. Going over there just so we can see it.
Katie, you could just could you take the 6 down, please?
I don't need the extra renown, please.
I can't go and kill. I can't kill 94 more monsters.
I feel like you could just kill 4. Just 4 would be better. 14 would be funny.
Okay, that's fair.
I'll split the difference 450. How about that?
Okay.
We'll kill 450 total. I'll be okay with that. 410's not enough for me.
With your boots on, damn.
Damn, bitch, you live like this?
He got one leg up too, so you know he's got the whole sole of that boot on the bed.
Yeah.
You were out for a while.
Just walking.
Yeah.
I ran into Johnny, by the way. Said not to worry, he was getting out of town.
Clearly not fast enough.
That guy.
Cloud didn't even remember. So much has happened.
You weren't thinking of leaving Midgar anytime soon, were you?
Well, seems this old friend of mine's in a tight spot. Long time ago, I said I'd be there for her. Made a promise. So...
Can't say this is quite what I had in mind when I put that on you way back when.
If you want to talk, I'm listening.
Huh? What's with you all of a sudden?
With me?
Like you're losing that hard edge.
That bad?
Not at all. I like it. Maybe Marlene won't be so scared of you next time. I'm really glad to have you back, Cloud. Really glad. It's pretty late, huh? I'd like to catch up more, but we should probably
You
both
just
get
came
some
over.
sleep, yeah?
What?
It's true.
Yeah.
Good night, then.
You could have gone to bed. Are you my mom? What?
Good night, Tifa.
So note that little menu prompt in the corner. Square button. I'll explain what's up with that in a second here.
Ghosts. Creepy guys. He's sucking his soul out like Dementors.
And dream the sweetest dreams.
Cloud!
What's wrong?
Come with me! Quickly! We were getting ready to set out when those things showed up and came after us.
The others?
Barret and Jesse are holding their ground, but for how long? I don't know.
Let's go.
Right.
So now that we've heard the thing
You know it.
about Jesse's dad, like his soul being stuck between...
1 second, hold that thought.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, the reason the menu popped up instead of dumping us into combat is if a cutscene is going to end with a different party configuration than we had going into the cutscene, like if somebody's gonna join our party or leave, that little menu prompt you saw appears and you can hold that down so that the game will let you open the menu before you go into a fight. I knew this fight was coming, so I went ahead and did management for both of their materia off screen. But anyway, go ahead and say whatever you were gonna say, Aidan.
So Jesse told us, or no, one of the guys told us that Jesse thinks her dad's like spirit is stuck somewhere between like his body and the planet.
Yes.
Is that what I'm
It
positing?
says mysterious, Aidan.
Yeah,
I don't know what
I'm
it is.
positing
Sure.
like a hypothesis, like is this all of the people that have been hurt with Mako in some way, shape, or form?
No, I mean, Joey and I can't, like, we're not going to be able to say anything on
Yes.
theorizing, but please do theorize
Yeah.
as much as you want to as we're going through this.
Right.
The assessment material is not helping us. It literally says unable to read.
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't anticipate you guys to be like, yeah, Aidan, you're so right. Like, I just
Wow. That's so cool.
just throwing it out there
Sure,
now
sure.
that we've had that little piece of information of like, is that what these guys could maybe be? Because I'll make the Dementor joke, but obviously this is the wrong franchise.
Yeah, no, I mean, please continue to offer any thoughts and theories as we're going on. Just Joey and I might not be able to help.
Yep, that's
We'll-
fine.
we'll
That's
go,
totally cool.
It's interesting you think
Interesting
that.
thing. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Sometimes we'll be good actors, but sometimes not. Sometimes there's no point in acting because you'll, like, look at us and know that we know. Like,
Right,
well,
yeah.
because you played it.
Damn, she's cool. I love Tifa. She's
Must
great.
Physical contact first.
Love everybody in this game, damn it.
All you can tell me?
I can tell you they're not invincible.
I guess that's something. More of them? We're running out of time.
Any other way?
Yeah, over here.
Yeah, this is a real problem, though. It's like, I would simply handle it, but I don't know about other people.
Are they trying to stop us from reaching the others? Cloud,
I mean, last time we saw these guys, only Cloud and Aerith could see them.
Yep.
you gotta be kidding me.
I mean, initially, even Cloud couldn't see him until Aerith grabbed him.
Working.
He said you have to make physical contact first, but it's like, does that you make physical contact with someone who can see them? Or do you have to make physical contact with the ghosts?
Well, see, but they were like circling the guards.
And the
in-
guards didn't react, yeah. Good
Yeah.
point.
Barret!
Give me a break!
Jesse! Barret!
Where you been?
They just keep coming! We've gotta do something! Hang on! Cloud!
I'm coming.
Yeah, just swing.
Don't know. He's aiming at the ghosts, Aidan. He's a consummate professional.
He is, yeah. Come on, he's a first-class soldier.
He knows what he's doing.
I guess. That just feels like a bad idea to me.
He's the sword equivalent of that one wizard in D&D where it's like you can cast a fireball on your teammate and it won't hurt him.
Deal with that.
So there's a bunch of the little mysterious specters, and then there's a purple guy up there, enigmatic specter. He gets pressured when you take out the lesser goons.
Okay.
So you gotta take out a couple of his little scrubs, and then he gets pressured. You can fill up his stagger meter. He also likes to fly just kind of up above you, so it's harder to get to him.
The neurons in my brain fire when you see the stagger meter get
Go
filled very quick. It's like, ooh.
He was about to use an ability called Flood, and you saw me blocking, getting ready for it, but then Tifa killed one of his other guys, so he got canceled out of it.
He got canceled.
Oh, sweet. Stagger effect. Oh, I got new data for Chadley.
Wow.
He knows that I staggered the enigmatic specter.
Cancel culture comes for the enigmatic specter.
She's spinning.
Oof. I really love the idea of just drop kicking ghosts.
Yep. Pretty solid.
It is more interesting shooting ghosts like these guys are doing.
Jesse!
Damn it!
Huh?
The hell?
Jesse,
You okay? Me and my two left feet. Easy now.
What about Biggs and Wedge?
we ain't putting on a damn show! The hell were those things? Some kind of... I don't know. Guess I shouldn't be surprised, though. Never can tell what weird shit'll come crawling out of the scrap down here.
Just another Tuesday in Midgar.
It hurt?
Wish I could say it didn't, but yeah. God, this is so embarrassing. I hate playing the damsel in distress.
It happens.
Okay.
What did you do to your leg? Did it
I love how they bandaged it and then put the
Nearly as
armor
much as
back
it
on.
was making.
Oh, it's like a splint. Don't
Still,
worry
I
about it.
think you ought to avoid putting any. I'm fine.
That's enough. You're out, Jesse.
Huh? What about the mission? We already sent Biggs in, remember? Don't tell me you're thinking of calling it off.
No, we got this.
The hell you do.
If you need someone to step up, I'm your man.
Okay, so here's the thing.
I'm gonna need a raise.
Consider it done. All right, everyone, Cloud's in. The mission is on.
He's so cool.
Go and raise some hell for me, okay?
Listen, Wedge, I need you to hang back and guard the home front,
What? But I'm in perfect health.
which makes you the perfect choice to look after Jesse and Marlene.
Hey.
Let's get this show on the road to Mako Reactor 5. Once you got your gear in order, head to the station for the meet. Got it? This'll help you get squared away. Don't tell me I never did nothing for you.
$500, that isn't even enough to buy a shiny new bauble from Chadley. I can't even buy a Pokemon card from the little boy in shorts on the corner.
How am I supposed to buy myself something pretty if you're not giving me money?
I bet, like, guns and ammo are just super cheap in this world, and so he just assumes it'll work, and it's all the melee stuff that's actually expensive.
Give this to you, bro. Your prize for taking the top spot on the darts leaderboard. You earned it. After you guys come back from the plate, maybe we can play around together.
Let's go. I don't remember what luck
She
up
looks like
does.
she's drugged.
Counting on you, bro. Don't let anything happen to the others.
She does.
She's
Relegated to
just
stage
a
hand
little
once
ashamed.
again. I'm starting to think I'll never have a starring role.
There's always next time.
What's this? Words of encouragement? Thanks. I need them. Hurry back now. You don't want my home-cooked pizza to get cold.
It's another thing, like, you know, we saw this a minute ago, and he was telling Wedge, you know, it's not a big deal that you got hurt on a mission. You took one for the team. That's part of it. Like her going, you know, it happens when she got injured a second ago. You'll get to go next time. He doesn't like
Anything happen to the others.
he doesn't let people throw pity parties. He encourages people. He doesn't make a big deal out of people's
Once the
small
mission's over,
failures.
you gotta celebrate with us.
Yeah, and
alright?
also it's like
Don't
of all
be
the
a
ways to
hero,
like hurt
okay?
your
Just
leg,
get the
you know,
job
getting
done.
attacked by a bunch of ghosts is a pretty
If I
good
didn't
one.
know any better, I'd swear those rope things were after me. Be careful out there.
You think everyone's after you,
Don't
Jesse?
be a hero,
Damn.
okay? Just get the job done.
All right, can I get down into their secret base on the Barret isn't looking? I can't find the button.
Damn. You can't play the pinball game from Final Fantasy 15.
You have to get. There was just a button that Barret hit before. It just gave it 7,777. Just give him an all sevens score. That flower I got from the girl whose name I don't know is still there.
Wow.
But yeah, Joey, a second ago you were like, what does luck do? Well, you're in luck, Joey,
Whoa!
because this game actually has a very robust built-in manual. There's a lot of stuff the game doesn't necessarily tutorialize you on, but if you want to know something about one of the mechanics, it's not necessarily going to be as obfuscated as a lot of JRPGs would make it. You can probably read about it.
Thank God.
Right here, luck increases critical hit chance and makes it easier to successfully steal from enemies. That's it, straightforward.
Excellent.
We can't steal from anybody yet. That's a mechanic that we don't have access to yet.
Give it some time. It'll be alright.
We'll get there.
All right, let's get going.
Sure. After you take a deep breath.
What?
Huh?
I can tell you're nervous.
That obvious, huh? Okay, I'm ready now.
So yeah, you can, as I said a second ago, I already spec'd Tifa for that last fight with the ghosts, even before we had that menu button prompt. You can mess with people's equipment when they aren't in your party. Before now, they were, I don't know, I guess playing coy about whether or not we would be hanging out with Barret again, so he wasn't in here. But now, even if somebody isn't in your party, if they're like one of your party members, you can access their stuff forever.
Okay.
So, for example, if we stop hanging out with Barret or Tifa and they're carrying our deadly dodge materia or something, we can just go into a menu and take it back from them. It's not a big deal. It'll just disappear off of their body. They'll wonder what happened. They'll have to hope it was Cloud that did it. Yeah, right now, Barret's gun has only got one slot, and that's because we didn't have the ability to upgrade it last time he was in our party. But yeah, as you saw, we already have 43
Wow.
points
Look at all
to
the
be able to
options.
apply to his weapon. So we can do all kinds of stuff with his weapon now. It's funny that he said make sure you got your gear in order because there's like nothing to buy. He is the only one who doesn't have his gear in order because it's just this. This is all I have left to do to prep for this mission. This is stuff that I probably would have trimmed or cut around or summarized, but I got all this ready yesterday, and I did not have time to get that precise.
Yeah, you're doing exactly what I did, and that is focusing materia slots.
Well,
above
I
everything
believe you said in one of the first episodes of this, I'm going to wait for Aidan to finish taking a drink before I say
Thank
that
you.
Joey's comment about being a slut for slots.
Yeah.
Yeah. What can I say? The fact that materia gets leveled up as you use it, that's the only reason, right? It's like...
So you've got to be using it.
Yeah, it's like if it didn't, or if everything was maxed out, it's like, okay, well, I'd be playing more tactically, but it's like, no. No wasted slots.
I gotta
no
have as
wasted
much
XP.
stuff equipped as possible, leveling up at all times.
all
I gotta
times.
take off good materia and put on crap materia so it can level up.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh man, my healing materia maxed out. Well, time to replace it with a level 1 healing materia. That's just the name of the game, baby.
In the original game, if you maxed out a materia, it like birthed a new level 1 materia of itself.
Yep.
Interesting.
That really didn't like matter unless you would like wanted to grind the new one out and go sell it for money or something. This game does not do that because we've already got too much materia.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, but what about the rare materia? What about revival?
Yeah.
Got to get that on your hard mode playthrough second time around.
Exactly.
On the first time around, it's fine. Just use, Phoenix Downs and stuff. But just on hard mode, you can't, because, because
Yes,
items are for little bitches.
Maybe don't use your items, though, because then it'll be harder to use it in your next playthrough. You know, prep yourself. Do what they say that high school does, and then prep you for college, and then you get in college, and you're like, this is nothing like it.
No. Then you get in grad school, and you're like, why am I here? I'm here because I need the degree to get a license. That's what I'm here for.
And to meet exciting new people with whom you'll form lifelong connections and relationships. Aidan, come on.
I will say I have made more like actual legitimate friends that I think I will keep in contact with in grad school.
Now, speaking of lifelong connections, Johnny and his parents are his parents aren't here. And his dad and Laura Ingalls Wilder aren't hanging out. Now, I made a mistake. Because you can talk to Johnny's dad before the cutscene where Johnny is being harassed by the cops. This is very missable.
Hello there. You must be that friend of Tifa's I've heard so much about. The mercenary? I've got
He's a
fingers in
man,
few
right?
pies
He
myself.
is, he's tiny.
Worked with a lot of businesses. Even Seventh Heaven, on occasion. What I'm saying is, you and me, we're not so different. And certainly not complete strangers.
We are, I just
In fact,
met you.
I want you to think of me as family. Or an uncle, or maybe a distant relative.
What?
Thanks, Johnny's dad.
But while I have you here, you wouldn't happen to be interested in grappling guns, would you? Great for getting up or down in a jiffy. I ordered some for a client, but I accidentally added a 0, and now I have a ton to spare. Was thinking of setting up an attraction where you jump from the top of the Shinra building. You know, for the adrenaline junkies. But the fellas at Shinra didn't think it was such a great idea.
Maybe they do have OSHA. After all.
What's with the glum face? You know, you ought to meet my son, Johnny. He'll turn that frown upside down. He's got a big old heart and a real way with people. Can't help but cheer him up.
Oh, yeah?
Or maybe that's just how I see him, because he's my son.
Never shuts up, this guy. Also, another bonus, I didn't have this footage at the time because I didn't have a tape of it. You guys may remember in the second episode, I mentioned if you bottleneck these guys, you can take, that guy knocked over that safety cone. If you bottleneck these guys, you can take out the entire encounter with a single grenade. I couldn't find footage of me doing it back when the game came out, but I ran this enough times practicing when I was filming those new episodes and getting other stuff that I did finally manage.
Have this. Not bad.
That's awesome.
That's gaming.
And I promised that I would show that if I found the clip of it, so I edited it in there really quick last night since I was already editing the Johnny's father footage. I love the way
I want
Johnny's
to
dad
believe
talks
that what
to
we
you.
just saw was Cloud remembering his encounter with Johnny. Like, our Johnny's dad walking up there and not seeing him anymore.
This freaking guy.
Still rocking out to that song I gave you, bro?
Did you notice all the gunfire? Like, not even a block away. It was on the other side of the building that you're standing behind? No?
Don't worry about it.
Alrighty, that's fine. You're still rummaging through the trash with your dog? Okay, I'll leave you to it.
Maybe it's new trash.
It could be new trash. You're right. What am I talking about? Yeah, there's always more trash.
Yes.
I didn't think of it that way.
You gotta broaden your horizons.
It's true.
I don't know, but I heard Jesse scream at bloody murder.
You really think they'll bomb another one?
Which reactor you think they'll hit next? Could have been training, I guess.
Hey, wait a second. That guy.
Oh, there
He's
were
the
two of
guy.
them.
That's the guy who's just trying to sell me a mixtape.
Wait a minute.
There's two of them.
There's more than two of them. There's a lot of them. That one.
Wait, there's another guy right there.
No.
And there's another one over here.
Oh my gosh, they're all brothers.
There's a bunch of that one guy.
They're like Nurse Jenny from Pokemon.
I thought it was Joy.
Joy. Jenny?
I think
Jenny
Jenny's
was
the
the
officer. Jenny's the cop.
Same thing though for her, isn't it? Or am I?
No, I'm
crazy?
pretty sure she's just the one cop.
She's just the one
She's
cop?
just a reoccurring
Yeah.
cop who's always around in
Okay.
Pokemon for whatever reason.
Sorry.
I haven't even watched the anime. I don't know
Look,
why
I don't
know.
know. I
This.
wasn't allowed to watch the anime.
yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's already talking about there's going to be a bombing. How do they know? Is Barret being that indiscreet?
You have to treat them with kindness and respect. Were you even listening to Witch?
You can't teach cats tricks, kids. I'm sorry.
You super can.
No, you can't.
I have.
Movie studios don't even bother. Like cat trainers, they just bring multiple cats that look the same who are inclined to do different things.
Exactly.
That's hilarious.
On the news before.
Ooh, I've never heard a terrorist manifesto on the news before. So exciting. Have you heard the rumor? Did you watch the Midnight Channel? All right. You guys hold down the fort while we're gone, okay?
Oh my
That's so
gosh.
many cats.
They're different cats this time too.
I would be asphyxiating in this area.
Wedge is watching after Jesse and Marlene. So you guys got to keep this sector of the town held down. There's nobody from the.
It's a different one on the trash can too. Go. Oh, I can't tell you to go over and see if it does the thing again.
Nope.
How
Can't do
sad.
that, sorry. I would say I filmed this months ago, but I didn't. I filmed it yesterday. It's still too far in the past, though.
Yeah.
All the cats need to learn to combine and have be like a cat net. Maybe there'll be a summon like that in the new Yakuza.
Why not?
Is it really true that a bunch of monsters attacked Seventh Heaven? Oh, I wish I could have seen Barret and everyone.
It's hard to make the children stay inside and keep calm, but we're doing our best.
Yeah. And then the audio prioritizes the kids playing rock, paper, scissors instead of this lady talking about being scared about a bomb and having to take care of children.
Some are safer. It's hard to make the children stay inside and keep calm, but we're doing our best.
Whatever you say.
These guys are still having the same conversation they were having last night.
Think they'll really bomb another one?
Shinra'll stop them.
God, I hope so.
They know you're from down here. They're gonna try to screw you.
That ruckus down at Seventh Heaven was something else. Been a while since monsters got that deep into the slums.
How the hell it happened, I do not know.
Watch really dropped the ball on that one.
Damn.
But what are
Go
they?
look at how many are dead. How many monsters were killed.
I was curious about the
Yes.
same thing. The ghosts do not count towards it.
That sucks.
It would have been really funny if Katie had been counting how many ghosts you killed.
You could just see her up on like a tower with binoculars.
Got that little clicker thing where you click
Yeah,
it
exactly.
and it counts up. Oh, speaking of training cats, that's how I clicker trained Bean, by the way.
Uh-huh.
Is absolutely. I mean, now to be fair, we're not. We trained fetch, and I trained stay the heck off of my desk. Which she's. Training cats is just vastly different than training dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I won't even argue that point because it is. It's so different. She thinks she's real smart because she has learned that she does not get rewarded for being on desk. And in fact, she is removed promptly. But she can, on the shelf above my desk, she'll just, pull stuff so that it falls on my desk to get my attention. So I can no longer use, half of the shelves because she'll just knock stuff off of them from her cat tree beside my desk. She's just a stinker.
Between the cutscene of everybody reacting to all of the gunfire, there were a couple of people running away during the initial scene where we saw Barret and Jesse fighting, and they could have just been reacting to two people shooting their guns in the air, but it seemed like at least a couple of them could see the ghosts.
Yes.
And from the mixture of dialogue that we've had here, it seems like some people around town did see something, and a lot of other people just saw Barret and Jesse just shooting at nothing.
Yeah.
Wild.
But one of the conversations did say something about them fighting ghosts. So yeah, some people did see.
Wonder what for.
They were asking when are those bikes that we gave to those two guys going to get back, and the answer is never, because we abandoned them in that tunnel and parachuted down.
Whoops.
That was held earlier today. Shinra representatives announced that they received a bomb threat from the eco-terrorist group Avalanche. President Shinra has this to say. Avalanche has declared war on our way of life and all who have chosen to embrace the miracle of Mako energy. Have faith, my friends, for together we will overcome this challenge.
Bro, I'm trying to listen to the
For
news.
the first time since the ceasefire with Wutai was reached, the threat level has been raised for all of Midgard, leading all of us to wonder if this is only a prelude to greater violence.
The hell's so bad about using
You already said that,
Shut
man.
up.
You don't have a very robust opinion on this subject.
Tell me again who.
We don't really know yet. That's only been mentioned in a cutscene we couldn't miss the one time in the last episode when Biggs mentioned it. But real fast, somebody else back here worth checking in on. Remember these guys? It's a good money for a side hustle.
people talk about the bomb threat?
Don't tell me you've done it too.
Well, yeah. It's a weird gig, but it pays pretty well, you know?
Huh.
People are being paid to go around and talk about the fact that Shinra has received a bomb threat.
Go around, chat up people, talk about the bomb threat?
I did not catch that on my first playthrough.
Interesting.
What could that be all about?
Return to Wutai in 1 second. First, we got to check in on my 2 other favorite NPCs in Sector 7.
Sir, I got my hands on tickets for the Loveless musical. Would you like to go with me?
You do realize we're on duty. The slums are Avalanche territory. Stay sharp.
Right. Sorry, sir. It's just that... Never mind. I heard they've deployed soldier operatives, too. It's been a while since they've done that. I wanted to be a soldier, but as you can see...
Cut the chatter. We're working.
Right. Sorry, sir.
You're not Avalanche, are you?
What if I am?
What are you gonna do about it?
What are you gonna do about it? Man who's as big as my sword?
I don't know who's scarier. Avalanche or my superior?
I've met Avalanche, they're not that scary.
One of them's a cat whisperer.
It's true.
Yeah, you standing here with a gun. That's suspicious.
Guarding a chain link fence that goes nowhere.
You're not Avalanche, are you?
I don't know who's scarier.
Alright, that's all we got out of you guys. But you know, we have heard a number of NPCs mention Wutai, but I think the only in-cutscene, like, unmissable mention was in the last episode when Biggs was talking about there's a rumor that the larger organization of Avalanche has cut some kind of deal with Wutai.
Yeah.
And then he made a comment about sometimes I think we're the only ones who know that the war is over.
Okay.
And when the first reactor was blown, one of the NPCs we walked past in the upper plate was heard commenting, "You don't think Wutai did this, do you?"
Don't forget the old lady.
If I don't make it back.
Oh yeah,
No.
she killed.
Oh yes, yeah, she killed. That's another reason to point her out.
Okay.
So this lady, talked over her. She was saying, if something happens to me, you need to ask Biggs to take you to the Leaf House.
Have a good day at work. Come on, little guy. Don't be scared. I won't bite.
I'll pick up something sweet on the way home.
Everybody who's here hanging out, and I was messing with this lady because she was bumping into Tifa. She was bumping into my girlfriend while I was trying to listen to somebody have a conversation. Here's Shinra, middle manager.
Yeah.
There's also somebody trying to get a cat out from underneath the bench.
Everyone, right?
That's right, honey. If I bump into these Avalanche guys, I'll talk sense into them.
Of course you will.
You show them who's in charge.
Have a good day at work, Daddy.
I will. Thanks, honey. I'll pick up something sweet on the way home.
But yeah, no, so most of the NPCs around here are basically talking about not wanting to go to work because of the bomb threat, but having to or whatever. So the first woman was saying, if something happens to me during this attack, you need to go and talk to Biggs, and he'll help you out somehow. We'll take her to someplace called the Leaf House, and everyone's nice there, especially the teachers. Just keep that in mind.
Continue to help me gather vital information for my research.
Thanks, Charlie.
Cloud, would you like to buy more of my overpriced Jawbreakers?
I look forward to receiving all of your future battle intel submissions.
If you submit more battle intel submissions, I might figure out how to buy pants that fit me.
I bet blue materia tastes wonderful.
I can't wait any longer.
It's been days you've been standing here talking about making out. You could have gone somewhere by now.
So happy.
Me too.
Right.
Let's.
Is he snoring?
Yeah.
Like he's falling asleep standing up?
That is a joke that's from the original game, but it doesn't work as well when it's not a tiny polygon on a CRT in 1997.
Somewhere on his own. But he left so many of his things behind. I should make sure he has what he needs. That boy can't sleep without his lucky pillow, and he even forgot his favorite toothbrush. Oh, how will he survive out there? I can see him now, crying in his hotel room. My Johnny said he was leaving town and headed off, but he left so many.
He's stronger than you think, don't worry.
He's so fast,
I know
too.
Johnny. The Johnny I know would never cry.
War's still a possibility. Plenty of talk.
Even some of the folks who work topside have been hassling us to open up the graveyard.
Probably because they're stuck down here. There's halfway decent money in scavenging for spare parts.
What a mess.
These guys had the place locked down because not only are there monsters in there, people reported seeing ghosts in the train graveyard.
No, I should head back up, but topside's...
But ghosts aren't real. I couldn't even finish that.
The train started moving again. Yeah, I'd like to go topside.
Shame the Shinra Creed isn't enough to keep all the trains running. I reckon it's part of a plan to lure the bombers into a trap.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
I want to point out that with
beer?
I want to point out that with a lot of NPCs, we press a triangle prompt, like Cloud will say something to them. He never says a single word to Johnny's parents.
Yeah, I can tell by that look on your face. You youngsters, the ones with a fire in your heart. I can see it in your eyes, burning brightly.
Yeah?
For old men like me, well, our job is to see you off. I know he had to go, I really do, but...
This sort of thing reminds me of, we saw in the when we went back and looked at a bit of the first game, talking to the train yard attendant, and he starts having like this existential crisis about how he feels so distant from the passengers. Like, we're just talking to this random dude who's monologuing about his life story and his emotions.
And Cloud's just standing there.
Shame the Shinra Creed isn't enough to keep
I just want to know what the hell.
I was trying to get one of these dudes to say whatever he was saying about the war, but I couldn't get the same line to play again.
Shame.
If Avalanche keeps this up, I don't know what I'll do.
No getting by without Mako?
Not for me. Shinra better bring those terrorists to justice.
I suppose I could have tried harder to get him to say the
Believe
line
in your
again.
own justice.
But I felt like I was probably keeping Barret waiting too long at this point.
Mission starts the moment we board that train. You sure you ready for this?
Yep, let's go.
Nope.
Nope. Nope. It's the snoring subtitles
Do you think
still
Biggs
on.
is on schedule?
All we can do is hope.
Today really gotta be the day, huh?
Ain't no stopping this train we're on, son. A lot of people risk their lives to get it rolling. Already put the word out, more is coming too. Shut them all down by the date, or we shut another down for you. Ain't on us, not us. Play it cool.
I want to note, Barret, I think your language should have been a bit more specific. Did you mean all the Mako reactors in Midgar, or like all the Mako reactors? Because like there are a lot of those things around the world. We'll find out later. Because they're like the most efficient way, very effective way of generating power. The reason that Shinra is as powerful as they are is because they have a presence just about everywhere. Everywhere that one of their power plants goes, well, obviously, we will also supplement your town's, police force with our. We will need to leave some cops behind, some of our security forces to defend our corporate secrets. But that's a good thing for you because your taxpayers won't have to, finance your police department anymore because our guys will just do it.
Yep.
And then 50 years later, here we find ourselves.
Currently experiencing delays. We anticipate that our arrival in Sector 4 will be later than scheduled.
Incognito.
Not even so.
Mako Reactor 5. From the station, we take the back streets. Once we're inside the facility, it's the same deal as last time.
Head for Mako storage.
And then blow it all to hell. Let's do this one for Jesse and Wedge. They deserve it.
They're not dead, Barret.
I know. I was just saying, like, Wedge just has a cold. Like,
he has heartburn. Ate too much pizza.
Has a sore ass.
It's true, he has that too. He won't be able to sit for days. He couldn't have ridden the train all the way to the Mako reactor. He would have had to stand there awkwardly and attracted too much attention to the operation.
He's got to find a special tire to sit
anyone
on.
This train, and none of them look happy to be here.
Might stand out as a group. You two stay here.
They probably wouldn't look happy anyway because they'd be going to work.
It's also like midday.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Just saying. But yes, people are upset because, you know, there was a major bomb attack on the city they live in 2 days ago, and there's a threat that another one's gonna happen tonight, and they still have to go to work. I wouldn't be very happy.
Here comes the first hurdle.
Not much of one.
I know, but that doesn't mean I don't have butterflies in my stomach. Hey, would you mind keeping an eye on things the next car over? I'm worried there might be trouble.
Why's that?
Barrett's always on edge before missions, but you know he's a good guy underneath it all. The people on this train don't.
He'll be fine.
Maybe, but I won't be until I know for sure.
Be right back.
Thanks.
Left the party. Oh no.
All the hoes are leaving the party now.
No.
So, do you still support those terrorists? Avalanche is a blight on Midgar.
You tell him.
Listen, we made a lot of fun of Shitter Middle Manager so far. He's picking a fight with Barret and standing up for what he believes in.
Yes.
There's something to be said for that.
But we won't lose heart. No! Everyone at Shinra agrees. The reactor will stay online.
Is that right?
What? You got a problem with that?
Do I have a problem with that? Oh, you can bet.
He doesn't.
That'll show him.
Asshole.
You know you're better than that.
I don't think you won that exchange, Barret, but that's okay. Whatever you need to do to cheer yourself up.
Why don't you go check on Tifa? Quit screwing around here.
But there's a shiny.
There is a shiny.
Tifa's doing. She needs you.
I gotta be honest, Barret, I really wasn't paying attention to the whole exchange between you and Shinra Middle Manager. I was kind of thinking about the Grorb that I was gonna pick up after
I have nothing
this.
more to say to you and your friend.
Oh, you don't? I bet you do if I hit triangle.
Sector 4 office is the worst of it. Everyone's panicking over there. Just leave me alone.
Okay, fine.
For some reason, my brain processed that guy standing there as like peeing.
Yeah, he's kind of stanced up in the corner.
Oh no, the floor is awfully shiny
Yeah, I
in
was
some
gonna say,
spots.
it does look like there might be something wet on the floor.
Maybe they just mopped it recently.
Emergency ID scan in progress.
No way!
Emergency ID scan in progress. Unauthorized IDs detected. Threat level critical. Inspection and containment sweep initiated, commencing at the rear of the train.
Not good.
Get over here! Now!
Take care of them, Cloud.
On it.
Sure thing. My sword can literally cut this train car in half. Oh, quickly, I'll get some information about him first before I kill him.
Before I finish him off.
Physical attacks fill their stagger gauge, but also, you know, physical attacks kill them really fast, so not really gonna get to fill that stagger gauge very much. Bye. Look at that stuff just sailing through the air. Bye. More of them?
No, more!
It'd be really funny, like, it would be a very, like, comical Looney Tunes moment if, like, Cloud was having this fight, and just, like, accidentally, he literally, like, damaged the train so much, like, he cut a car loose on accident.
Whoops. He's not high enough level to do that yet.
I love when he uses his sword like a cricket bat.
Yes. It'd be foolish not to when you got one that wide.
What are you doing?
Trying to keep you alive.
But I work for Shinra. I'm the enemy.
I don't care. I don't want anyone to die. Please.
I'll look after the others.
If bad guy, why hot? He's thinking.
Must be morally gray.
There's no end to them.
3 unauthorized.
I'm just gonna say he did profile Tifa as being part of Avalanche. She hadn't done anything yet other than run away from robots.
That's true.
Looks like you're right, soldier boy.
Screw this. The station will be crawling with security. We gotta jump.
Screw that!
Need to slow the train down.
Sounds like a Biggs plan E.
I don't think the bullets helped with that, Barret.
But it looked cool.
Okay, y'all watch and learn. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna do it. Gonna show you how it's done.
Tifa!
Wow.
You okay?
Yeah.
So cool.
I love
so
them.
Cool.
Every time they touch, my heart skips a beat.
All right, you ready?
Ready.
Is Barret gonna catch up with us eventually, I guess?
We drove, like the train kept going,
That's
so
what I'm saying.
he's down there.
And we're also gonna we're gonna observe trains on Midgar's expressway drive ludicrously fast. They turned the knob to ludicrous speed and never turned it down.
That's gotta be him.
Battle grunts happening in the distance. I'm gonna go the other direction, Tifa.
Hey, Cloud, where are you going?
There's loot to be had.
Okay, fine, Tifa.
Darn.
We'll actually go and help Barret. But first, before we help Barret, we gotta check out what's going on over here.
So there's things to observe.
A vending machine?
Woo!
With nothing of value, no orange.
Damn.
I'm out of here.
And a bench that you could sit in for very funny pacing.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks. For when we jump from the tree.
No biggie. They're pretty light, you know.
You always know what to say.
Woo!
It is one thing that's... Oh, yeah, watch this guy.
Yep.
How did it make that turn?
That's the power of Shinra technology right there.
Security camera. Evil laughter.
I felt sure we had them, didn't you?
Sir!
Born survivors, these surats. Speaking of which, where's the third?
In custody, sir.
Return it to the wild.
Yes, sir. Right away.
Oh, so they got...
They're exaggerating. They had him surrounded. So, I didn't actually get around to saying it, but we were watching some of those previous scenes with Jesse, flirting very aggressively with Cloud. Aidan, you said gross, among other things, a number of times. Not to like get way ahead on anything, but you know, watch, especially once I didn't say anything about it until we'd gotten to that scene where Wedge says, like, don't buy it.
Yeah.
Like he basically says, this is just how she is. The chase is fun. She's not interested in you though.
I don't know that that's
necessarily 100% true.
Yeah, I feel like it might have been true for Wedge.
He said it's all a game to her, was what he said specifically. I was maybe reading into that.
Worked up a good sweat.
I bet you did, Tifa. But what I was gonna say is, like, it is very obvious, number one, that Cloud is a little bit awkward being flirted with in the first place.
Absolutely.
But number two, he's not interested in her.
No.
He's close. Come on. There.
I think for the reason it bothers me is the presence of Tifa.
Yeah, because he's interested in Tifa.
Because she's kind of interested in him.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if Jessie was a good friend, she would know that.
No, that's what. No, you can't say that's not a bro move because they're ladies. Is that a sisterhood thing?
Yeah.
What are your guys' rules on that?
They're foggy.
I think it's.
but, like,
I was gonna say it's first come, first serve.
It kind of is. It depends on if you're. It depends on how big of a bitch you are, really.
Okay, got it.
It's like
Pretty simple. And that's how it works for guys too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
At heart, she's a home wrecker.
I mean, she is an aspiring actress. Like, I think it just kind of comes.
She
with
lives
the
for the drama.
I think it kind of comes with the territory, but like, yeah, I just feel like that's not very sisterhood of her.
It's not very cash money.
No. it's
FF9
not.
is the funniest game because it's all about theater kids. The main character's a theater kid. The main villain is like a wannabe theater kid. And Barret just did the dun-dun-dun-dun because the game doesn't do it for us.
No.
Sometimes he does it for us instead.
Now let's confirm our position and get back on mission. That reactor's waiting.
Gotcha.
Looks like it's gonna be playing.
But yeah, what I was gonna say a second ago was just like when he made the comment about you're pretty light, you know. She's like, oh, you always know just what to say. It's like, I mean, it's obvious. I shouldn't have to comment on it, but like Cloud is so much more obviously relaxed around Tifa than he is around anybody else.
From closer in to further out, B, C, D, and so on.
Up to what?
To E.
Lucky us.
Yeah! You're damn right.
Anyway, we were riding the train between Sector 4 and the main pillar when we had to bail out. And we ended up on the adjacent line, which should take us to Reactor 5.
That's right. So for now, we follow the tracks. Not too far, though. Need to switch to a different route before we hit the station. Because you can bet your ass is going to be crawling with security. All on high alert.
Let's move.
I love the butt rock in this chapter.
Sector 5 marked the route, so don't worry about getting lost. It's a straight shot to victory, people. All we gotta do is take it.
You know, in theory.
In theory.
Except for the fact that there are people watching us on security cameras right now.
Nothing to worry about, sir. Preparations for the grand finale are proceeding without incident. I have the utmost confidence that everything will play out as you intended.
Mr. Director. Ba 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 ba.
Sir.
How'd you get that scar? Sounds like you failed before.
Analytics reports that the results fall within the admissible
At least
range.
one time you didn't do so
However,
good.
the casualty rate significantly exceeds previous projections.
Remind me what your job is. Is it to question the wisdom of your superiors and bemoan your personal hardships?
No, I think my job is to report the numbers that I was given to you.
The casualty rate? They're pawns in a greater game. If your stock runs low, then go round up more from Sector 3 or wherever else.
I didn't say, but sir, the casualty rate is too high. I just said, however, the other numbers are this. Just so you know.
Exactly.
Sir.
It is so hard to find good help these days. Which is why the President ought to count his blessings.
I feel like
What would he do without me?
the only more bad guy thing he could have done is like so hard to find good help these days and like
They
casually,
shot one of them?
Yeah,
Yes.
casually like leans back and just ba 2 headshots. Like
We're gonna see Heidegger several more times throughout this episode, and he's just like, it's like it doesn't, like nothing that he does makes sense. So easy to miss in this level. There are a bunch of doors alongside the tunnels that the game does not draw your attention to.
you have stuff in them.
We got loot. I love boxes full of loot. Wow. A whole elixir.
A whole elixir, an entire one.
Use it on this playthrough, not New Game Plus.
That's for sure. If you got items, spend them. Don't wait for hard mode. You can't use them there.
When the time comes, remember, we just gotta follow the nose.
What?
Stamp's nose.
We look for graffiti, then head in whichever direction its nose points. But pay attention to railway signals, too. You see blue lights, you're going the right way.
I see blue lights. Well, rather, I see one blue light.
Exactly.
A lot of red lights, a single blue light, but that is the blue light that he's talking about. Because technically, like, the tunnels do go in directions you're not supposed to go, and the way that's indicated to the player is there will be a red light at that stoplight instead of a blue light. If you run too far, the game will tell you to turn around. You'll hit an invisible wall, and they'll say, that's not the way, Cloud. Idiot. Just a second, Barret, okay? There's a stairway over here that probably has loot at the ending of it. God. They need
How did you guys ever make it?
Yeah, seriously, they need me on the team. They have no idea what's going on.
What are those? They're ROUSs.
Plague-ridden rats. Guarding a chest.
This is the Star Pendant. God, those things are going so fast, which gives the wearer immunity to poison.
Very cool.
Wow. Cool in theory, and if you're smart and know what's coming, you can use it, but, you know, I'm a gamer, so who needs it?
Who needs immunity to status effects? I'll healers adjust. I'll just make it. I'll just deal with it when the battle's
Poisoned,
happening.
just cast regen, idiot. Just out-heal the poison. It's fine.
Biggs is way ahead of us. Jesse was gonna back him up, so it wouldn't surprise me if he needs our help. So let's not keep him waiting.
Right.
As we slow down.
I slowed down because in previous time, when I attempted to record this 2 years ago, I had issues sometimes where they would be having conversations that would get cut off by me running too fast. So I was a little, maybe overly cautious on this take, but that's all right. Bye. See you later.
Watch yourself.
Look at him using all the intended mechanics. You, the player, who's not playing right now. Swapping between party members like a pro.
The past version of me.
Oof.
That does feel good, having that staggered pop up.
Yep.
Like, I'm not even playing, and that's like,
classic.
yeah.
That's good. What's it called? Like impact frames, where you can you freeze on. You can even see it when Cloud swings his sword and hits something. Even if it's not on a kill, you get a couple of frames of hit stop.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for. It just is more intense when you get a stagger or a kill. Again, missable door right here, and this one. There's a ball and dishes of dog food because this encounter had dogs in it. So that guy and the dogs go hang out in here.
No. Don't worry, they're just sleeping. We just knocked them out.
Get out of my way, table.
Damn.
I do dislike that we have to kill these dogs, but they are not as bad. They look like bad dogs. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
To briefly return to the conversation earlier, Spencer does not feel like most of the aggressive breeds are like cute in any way, and it does not matter how many pictures of pit bulls and PJs I show him. He's just like, that looks like a mean breed, and I'm like, well, it's because you're wrong. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't necessarily want a pit bull, but I don't like that you think they're all
like
bad.
the slander.
I don't like the slander.
My grandmother is so mean about dogs where she'll see like a bulldog or something. She's like, God, he's ugly. And I'm like, me. He's sweet.
That camera swiveled right onto Tifa's ass, I just want to point out.
It wasn't me, I swear.
I didn't do that. That was outside of my control.
Much like
Tetsuya Nomura said.
Much like The Room, this game won't sell without her ass.
Yoshinori Kitase said, look at Tifa's ass.
Let's go.
A potion. In hard mode, do you still get items from
Yes,
being
you do.
I guess all you can do is sell them.
Well, if you do from boxes, you also the Mako shards is the main thing you need the boxes for.
Home in the plate. They'd get messed up even more by the Mako. No, not Mako. Shit. What?
That black and white world of yours.
You like it, huh? You know there's room for one more.
I'll think about it.
It's very James Cameron's Aliens.
Icky.
Yeah.
Icky.
I say that. That's actually, I can't credit James Cameron with that because it was a deleted scene in the original Alien of a nest.
Oh.
Yeah. Right at the very end when Sigourney Weaver has the flamethrower and is trying to get to the escape pod. I remember to the last second, oh crap, I need to assess that guy, and he died too fast. I only assessed the were-rats.
No!
Oh well, we'll fight another one. It'll be okay.
I think I've talked about my love and hate of systems like that in games. Like, I think, like, Metroid Prime blew my mind back in the day because you could scan everything and have an entry on every critter, and I was like, this is awesome, until I forgot to scan like a boss, and it's like, I can never get that scan back. My collection's incomplete, and it bummed me out so bad. So now I'm always like, oh yeah, I gotta get everything. In the moment I miss one or realize that somebody's not coming back or what have you, I'm like, oh damn it.
Thousand Year Door has the good solution to that, where it's just if it's a Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, if you totally missed an enemy that you cannot go back and fight, then the entry for that character will be in the trash can of Professor Frankly's office.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's radical.
That is a good solution.
What a good game.
Yeah, if you miss a title, you can examine Frankly's trash can and you can still get it. The only problem with that is you still don't get Goombella's like unique commentary.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously. And the other big problem is most of the competitors in the Glitz Pit are considered unique, but you can technically fight them because in post-game, you can go through the Glitz Pit from the beginning again. Oh. So if you missed them the first time around, you got to do the whole thing again to get them again. Jeez. So that's the one area where they didn't cover their ass.
Damn. But it's another excuse to go through Glitz Pit again. So whatever.
Yeet.
It's huge.
Huge.
Ooh.
So these guys shoot spider webs out onto the ground, right? And if you walk through the spider webs, in the same way that back in the original game, you could not only get like spider enemies would do this to you, but you could get an item called spider webs and use it on enemies, and it would inflict the slow status effect. Now these guys just spit webs onto the ground, and if you walk through them or stand in them too long, you get hit with the slow status effect, which does what you probably think it does. It doesn't literally slow your movement down, but it slows the rate at which your ATB gauge fills.
Okay.
Cloud was literally slowed during that fight, but it wore off so fast that it didn't really matter. Queen.
You defeated Zero.
Yeah, that's the first one we've met, and I'm gonna kick her ass. I think I do this fight like really fast, even though Barret just got slowed because he stood in spider webs. I think this goes like really, really quick. Because I got a Blizzara ready for it, and the game doesn't want me to have Blizzaras yet, and I did it just as it happened to get pressured.
There we go.
And I already had Tifa do an Unbridled Strength, so she's ready to up its stagger percentage.
Yep.
Bye.
Why I gotta kill all these nasty ass bugs?
Those things really creep me out.
Same, girl. I don't like them either.
A train's gonna get derailed by them one of these days.
Shinra should do something.
After an accident, they will.
But it's too late then.
Just grabbing and yanking like that would not work.
No. Well, actually, we don't know what these monster spiders make their webs out of.
I will make an executive call on that.
Yeah, it bothers me as well. I just thought it was me.
But there is a when we were talking about like kind of music in this and butt rock guitars and stuff, it's interesting because obviously there's a lot of tracks in this that are just direct adaptations of tracks from the original game. Mm-hmm. And a lot of new stuff is kind of written to sound in the style of the old game. But there is also stuff that is written kind of to sound in the style of Crisis Core, which is the most popular FF7 spin-off. Mm-hmm. And that soundtrack is very electric guitar heavy.
Propaganda.
There's also a couple of electric guitar remixes of classic themes in the movie.
I think the electric guitar is the pinnacle of
human achievement.
Yes.
About those monsters after all.
Doing a half-assed job, looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go kill that worker.
How did we get such a shit detail? Screw it. Let's just give it a quick once-over and call it a day.
Okay, never mind. I had sympathy for these guys actually trying to help people. Nope. But nah, they're lazy assholes who are willing to let bugs run amok and cause a derailment. They deserve to die.
They deserve my blade.
Actually, hold on. Before I cast fire on this guy, on this flame trooper, I need to use Assess to find out about him.
I need to look into his eyes before I kill him.
Ah! I looked too close! Hitting these troopers in the back will eventually cause their fuel tank to blow and inflict significant damage.
Wow.
It does not kill them. Somehow they walk away from it.
They're just built different.
But it does hurt them a lot. And I think they can't use their flamethrower. They can't actually use their flamethrower after you blow it up, obviously. But yeah, like the elite troopers that you were commenting on previously, the flame troopers have a good bit more health than the normal Shinra grunts.
Yep.
We could wail on his back, or we could just hit him with a fireball and take him out. Because the humans are usually weak to fire.
Yep.
It's true in Final Fantasy and in real life. Whee!
You're good at this.
Are they weaker to fire than they are to like the ice and
Yep.
stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
That's yeah. When you assess an enemy, it'll tell you what their weaknesses are. And some enemies don't have any weaknesses. In fact, some enemies just have resistances that reduce damage from physical or magical or whatever. You can have like a resistance to physical damage or a resistance to magical damage or a weakness to the other. But usually enemies have one magic type that they're weak to. Not always, but especially standard enemies usually do.
Yeah.
And this isn't always the rule, but usually human enemies are weak to fire, monsters are weak to ice, and robots are weak to thunder.
Yep.
Not always, but that's usually the way that it works.
Interesting.
You can, if you don't know, if you haven't assessed the enemy yet, you can guess, and 7 times out of 10 that'll be correct.
Yep.
What we're looking for is somewhere inside.
And that is
a secret passageway.
I love secret passageways. I love secrets.
We've compiled our report on Avalanche's combat capabilities and our...
Never tell me the odds.
Report. What good do you think a damn report will do anyway?
I'm pretty sure this dude's job is to give you reports.
Have you already forgotten the war with Wu-Tai?
Sorry, I don't see how this is relevant.
An enemy spared is an enemy who will repay your kindness with blood.
Right, so we should use this assessment of their combat abilities to make sure that we are prepared to kill them.
Without hesitation or mercy.
Correct, and if we have the report, we can do it very efficiently.
Settle for anything less. Will you?
Bro, I don't know what you're talking about.
If so, I can only assume that you and your men no longer wish to serve in your current positions. Is that correct?
We'll prepare the prototype in Section E for immediate deployment.
And I'm gonna send a text to the president telling him that Heidegger is off his meds again.
Another day, another victory.
You haven't won yet, you weirdo.
I wish this other dude who was sitting next to him would also evil laugh with him. It's like, ha ha, good one, sir. Ha ha ha. Please don't fire me.
Has this guy not heard the expression, don't
Count your chickens before they hatch?
Yeah, there you go.
What were you going for?
I was going with the wrong
Don't count your chocobos before they hatch?
Yeah, I mean, not chocobos, but yes, that's...
You were trying to do a fantasy joke?
Don't put all your eggs in one basket is what my brain, and I was like, that's not right, though.
Alrighty, so...
Oh, you're going the wrong way.
Yep.
Shinra's smarmy lapdog leading the way to its master's destruction.
Smarmy lapdog. Yeah, so there are multiple beagles telling us to go that way, but I don't want to go that way just yet. I want to go this way.
We're going to the rail yard, remember?
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing, Barret. Shut up.
Just so you know, this way leads to the station, not the rail yard.
That's
I sink more
I told you
blood.
this ain't the right way.
Damn. You gotta follow Stamp Cloud.
Yeah, well, there is something to do over here other than just be chastised for going the wrong direction. Because there's a door. And this one has something of value in it. Not just a chest and an ether. It does have a couple of boxes, but those are RNG, whether or not you get anything out of them.
Yeah.
This, though, is always going to be a piece of armor with 2 materia slots. Ooh. Don't buy armor in this game, kids. Wait for the armor to come to you. Unless you just got, unless you're, midway through the game and you got tons of money, then it's fine.
Oh, no, but look at all the magic defense you're gonna lose.
Oh, wow.
Who cares?
Slots!
That's
we need more
leveling.
slots!
I feel like I would have a hard time sacrificing things just for slots. I'd be like, but
he can shoot more. But now he can shoot. Now he can shoot magic out of his hands more, Aidan.
For me, it is like, oh, you're deep.
I said hands. That was ableist of me. I'm sorry, Barret.
Damn. Oh no! He took our leather band. No, I was gonna say, for me, I see the stats go down, and it's like, cool, I just have to play better. Give me more leveling.
I tried to use focus thrust when I was out of range.
It's no good. You tried to stinger him like Devil May Cry.
That was easy.
Sure it was.
Alrighty. Well, we will continue down that tunnel and see where just where that rascal stamp is leading us on the next episode of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Or will we? Okay. I think this one has an outro. I don't remember. Oh yeah, no, I left this up so we could see my save files. I'm giving people a peek behind the curtain.
Oh my gosh.
At when work on this started versus where we are now. I'm even gonna let you see what day we filmed this episode on.
Wow.
Eventually, you know, when it finishes doing this.
Whoa!
Okay, next episode. Will we or will we not go down the tunnel of mystery?
Will we see more stamp?
Find out later.